Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. Apologies on the lateness, people. What does my Don Matisse say? Lateness is greatness. It's not, but that's on me. So my apologies for that. Big up to everyone in the chat already. It is the Tuesday edition of the show. So large up my guy Ivorian in the building. Ivorian, what are you telling me first and foremost? You good, my G?
First of all, Flores, all I have got to say is that we've seen it all and we've won a lot. Well, Man United, we're never gonna stop. You get me. Man, woke up this morning feeling fine. I've got Man United on my mind. Then I got us playing the way United should. Oh yeah, baby. Big up to everyone that's tuning as well, man. As you know, it's nothing but smiles. You're gonna see a lot of teeth, white teeth today. In the show. There's nothing but white teeth. I can see Flawless already set the pace. You're already showing off the teeth. As
Facts.
deserved. As
Facts.
deserved, because it's been years. It's been 7 years.
Yeah. Too long, man. Too long. You know what I'm saying? Way too long. You're right. Absolutely. Goddamn. Way too long. 100%. For real. It has been. It has been. So we will be discussing that. Obviously, Manchester United being Carabao Cup winners. That's why I titled this episode Carabao Cup winners. Should United go all out for the FA Cup? So myself and Ivorian will be discussing the Carabao Cup again. Obviously, this is the first time you lot have heard from Ivorian after we've won that competition. And Manchester United play West Ham United at home in the FA Cup. But before we get into all those things and everything, Manchester United, let's bump up the likes. That's what we need to do. Let's bump up the likes. We're at double figures already. So large up to you lot. Let's double that. And let's get up to 20 likes, people. Share this across all the socials as well. Everything you are active on, share this across. And that's me, Flawless, on Twitter and Instagram, Sarcasm City TV, because then that gets more people in here, which then helps the channel grow, which then enables me and the likes of Ivorian and everyone else you see to produce even more content for you lot. So please share across all the socials. And just as important as those things, subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well, people. And please keep all your comments and questions Manchester United related. They don't have to be on the Carabao Cup win or the FA Cup tie, maybe something else. But there's only one place to start. Ivorian, you mentioned it there. All you can see is just white teeth, hella grinning,
And
smiling,
smiles, baby.
everybody's happy. Carabao Cup, talk to us wherever you want to start, whether that's with Ten Hag, whether that's with Casemiro, whether that's with Rashford, it may be another player. The floor is yours.
Well, first of all, guys, at the end of the day, I'm just extremely happy that Manchester United got that first one out of the way. You get me? At the first time asking, as soon as we won that final, I think I went into a negative moment there regarding the previous regime and previous management, because I was calling my man a scrub for a good hour. Like, that scrub couldn't do this, bro.
Wait, who did
That
you call him?
previous manager,
Oh,
Wally.
Wally, all right, okay,
Wally, bro.
fairs.
Yeah, well, definitely. I was like, no. This guy couldn't do a simple job like this. A simple job like this to manage a final the way Ten Hag managed it, especially from coming from a big game against Barcelona, where a lot of players would probably put their all in against Barcelona and were shattered. Minor changes in the starting 11, but big up Eric Ten Hag for the job he's done so far at Manchester United. And a lot of people was saying, "Who's Eric Ten Hag? Eric who? Who's he? Who's he?" When I was like, you know what? Yeah, compared to me and you, I know a real manager when I see one. From what he was doing at Ajax, I can tell this manager is the type of manager that we want at our club, with backing and etc. When I told certain Arsenal fans, like, what, you man's been finishing 8th, 7th, and 9th, and every season you finish 8th, 7th, and 9th. Your dream was top 4. But I said at the start of the season, our aspirations are top 4. You started laughing at me. So it wasn't okay for a Manchester United fan who finished second the season before that and third, and telling you that even though we've been shit and we had a horrible season, our aspiration is always top 4 and win a trophy. And I was laughed at, and they laughed at the manager. And I told them, I believe in this manager as long as he gets backed, and you will see. And this day has come. You Arsenal fans and you Chelsea fans, you Man City scrubs, you get me, and you Liverpool scousers, yeah. You know the deal now. Now everyone is worried about what this manager can do under 9 months, bro. Some managers took 4 years to get where they need to get. Some managers took 7 years to get where they need to get. But this manager, it took 6, 7 months of what he has to work with, and plus adding some more. But that final itself, the way it was played out, it was well scripted. You know, we expected Newcastle to come at us for the first 20, 30 minutes and give huff and puff and give it their all. They dominated possession, but we was in control of the whole entire game. And never at one point where we was all worried saying that, oh, shit, this might not be your day. No, as soon as the first goal came in, and big up a Casemiro, because that's what winners do. That's what leaders do. That's what serial winners do. They set the pace. And enough times we've seen Casemiro set the pace for Real Madrid in important games where he scores the first goal, the equalizing goal, or the momentum goal. And then, of course, again, Marcus Rashford. You see how much they hate us, bro? They don't even want to give Marcus Rashford that credit of the goal, bro. They didn't even want to highlight the fact what he did before he scored that goal. The first touch leading it up to Weghorst feeding him in. And I forgot the rules are when you shoot the ball, if it's on target, it gets credit to you regardless if it takes a deflection. As long as that shot looked on target. They tried to take it away from us. But again, our manager as well, second half, I have to say, big up to him for making the changes, especially with Dalot. And it takes a true manager to know when he needs to make that change. I remember this time last season against what? Was it RB Leipzig or PSG? Someone was on a yellow card. Somebody was on a yellow card. People were telling him, make the change. It'll come back and bite you up to us. And yet it did. This manager noticed that my man's on a yellow card, although he's doing well against St. Maxima, and still I can't take the risk. Let me bring on someone to lock up the old thing. And then he brought in Wan-Bissaka, and Wan-Bissaka did so well. And the changes as well to bring on Sabitzer to slow down the game and just bring that energy back into Manchester United. That's a true manager, man. That's a master, a tactician, and that bald head, I told you before, guys. He does a lot of this. That's why he doesn't have hair. He scratches his head so much in life that he doesn't have hair. And I like a manager like that tinkers a lot, thinks about it, writes it down. Our previous manager was looking at the iPad. What can you do with an iPad?
I forgot about that, I forgot about that.
What can you do with an iPad?
I forgot about that. I really did. Forgot about
that. And if you was watching from an iPad, you do know that whatever's being broadcasted is 10 seconds behind or 30 seconds behind what is shown live. So I always said, Ollie was managing us 30 seconds behind of real life. You're using the iPad. A real manager uses a notepad, takes notes, and then takes it to his team and dissects it and then implement a plan. But that match itself, again, I go back to that match. The changes, the goals, it was well deserved for Manchester United to win that game. No point where I would say Newcastle deserved it. And David De Gea as well, big up to him for his magnificent performance in the first half to make those vital saves as well to keep us in the game, because if they scored, the game would have changed. Again, Bruno Fernandes as well should have passed, and I'm glad that Casemiro, that's one thing I love about Casemiro. We won 2-0. We were celebrating, but my man went up to Bruno and said, hey, bro, you should have passed to Sancho. You could be fake. Relax, bro. We just won the trophy. I don't give a shit. You should have passed to Sancho so we can win 3-0. I will win 3-0 and win this trophy. Like that. Big up to him as well, man. Bruno as well, again, good game. I have to say, he had a good game. He done what he needed to do. He was changing in several positions as well, but he did extremely well. And Weghorst as well, workhorse, man. Workhorse. Even if he's not at this level, we appreciate the things he's done so far, He's been fit, and that's the most important thing. He's been fit, and we appreciate the fact that you're just fit, because we've had problems up front. Mm-hmm. We've had a finished player and a half-hearted player that's never available up front. We was in a conundrum. We was in problems. But Weghorst, he may not be at the level like I said before, but boy, oh boy. But I'm just glad that Manchester United got that first trophy out of the way. Plenty more to come, like my manager said, and I know. Just need to build on this, man. It was a good final.
Definitely.
It was a good final.
Continue to get your questions and comments in. Like I said, if you have something to ask us specifically about the Carabao Cup final, what the win means, if you have a question about the FA Cup tie, whether it's Liverpool on Sunday, whether it's something else, please let us know. And let's bump up the likes, because it's just under 30 of you lot locked in. We're only at 16 likes. Let's bump that up to 20 likes. 4 more likes. And as for the subscriber check, we're at 5,433. We're looking for 2 more subscribers. I know there's at least 2 of you lot who have not subscribed, so hit the subscribe button, man. We're only looking for 2 new subscribers. Pay the city tax when you enter Sarcasm City, man. That's all it is hit the like button. That's it, and subscribe. Big up Dennis, says big up Flawless. Every time. Question to Flawless: would you take Man City in the FA Cup quarterfinals? Would you prefer the leg being at Old Trafford than the Etihad? Because of our form at home, I'd go at Old Trafford. Even though our record in recent years has been better at the Etihad than it has been at OT, our form this season at OT, and we've beat them there once already, I would fancy our chances again. I'm not really trying to see City in the FA Cup at all, because that would just be, of all the teams we could draw, we draw the toughest. Very similar to how I looked at the Europa League tie against Barcelona. I'm like, of all the teams we could have drew, even though I thought we would beat Barcelona and we did, we drew the toughest possible opponents. I'm not with this. Bring me the most glamorous tie. So because it's memorable. You know what's memorable? Winning the trophy. Who Manchester United play is not our fault. I've seen people talking. I've seen tweets about this. Sam mentioned this on Battle of the North about Manchester United's draw to the League Cup. It's not our fault who we play. Blame Manchester.
And it's not our fault. You man's got knocked out.
Yeah, blame Manchester City for getting knocked out by Southampton. That's on them. What I'm saying, blame other teams. I don't know who knocked out Arsenal. Blame them. I think City did Liverpool and City did Chelsea. Not our lookout. I mean, not our problem. I don't know who Spurs got beat by, but it's not our fault who we play. We do not rig the draw, because if we rigged the draw, we wouldn't have got Barcelona. We wouldn't have got Betis in the next round, who I think we'll get past. We would have got that Hungarian team, the name I can't pronounce, beginning with F. That's who I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Bring me the most favorable draw possible. And I feel like that the FA Cup. It's mad that I say this, because West Ham, even though I think we'll beat West Ham and they're struggling, I didn't particularly want to play West Ham. I was looking at, bring us Fleetwood, Grimsby. I'm saying, bring me a non-Premier League side. So yeah, to answer your question, I would say Old Trafford. What are you saying if we were to draw Manchester City before the final?
Old Trafford? Definitely, I would favor a home tie in it, because then it makes us a bit more favorite to win at home. I've always think going to the Etihad as well has always been a problem for Manchester United. I haven't seen that much W's at the Etihad for a very long time, man. I think that's that Wally guy that's got a couple of wins.
He won there 2 or 3. Yeah, he won 2 or 3 times there. He did. And if I remember, I think Mourinho got a couple wins there. I think Van Gaal
Mourinho got a famous victory there.
Yeah. Van Gaal got a couple wins there. Like, our record there isn't the worst, even though a couple of the games, like one of them, they was like 20 points clear, like in the league, and then another one they beat us 3-0, ironically in the Carabao Cup first leg, and then we won the second leg 1-0. I think when Matic scored. But yeah, like I said, I would say OT. But hey, big up you lot, man. There's over 40 of you lot locked in here now. Big up.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe. There's only 10.
Yeah, man. Get us up to 30 likes. We're at 22. Big up to Malcolm, says big up to ManDem. Ravi says big up the crew. Matthew says, looking like there's a bit of rotation for tomorrow, Flawless, with what Ten Hag said in his press conference with a few slight injury doubts. Can somebody please put the quotes from the press conference in the comments? Put the quotes in the comments, please. Big up to RJ Fardine. I see you. Big up. RJ says, Sheikh Jassim from Qatar determined to buy Manchester United. Very good. Debt-free offer made. Wants to invest in the club and the community. With that. He also says he would have liked to have been at Wembley on Sunday, but not appropriate under the circumstances. He watched the League Cup final at home with friends and family. That's from at Sky Cave. Is that a bald guy? Is that a bald Asian guy? I think that is. Let me know. Big up to Emma every single time. Yeah. Talk about managing. Ten Hag hasn't been shaking his head as much lately during games. Hey, he's been on smoke. You know what I'm saying? He has been. Casemiro, the rest blood, as Malcolm says there. Big up to Marcel in the cut as well. RJ says, players know that if we take out City in the FA Cup, it's ours. West Ham first, though. I ain't even trying to take out City. Let someone else do it. I'm doing a watch along for that game today. I'm hoping Bristol City knock out Manchester City. Is it unlikely? Extremely. But I'm here hoping that Bristol City do Manchester City, and who have Spurs got? I think it's Grimsby. I hope Grimsby do Spurs. I need all upsets. I want all Premier League sides out. I'm saying I'm trying to have just us as the only Premier League side left in this competition. Bring me, again, the most favorable draw possible. I'm trying to win trophies. That's what I'm here about. That's what I'm here for. Big up, Flawless. Big up to you, Ed, every single time. Dennis goes here. Let's see. There we go. Question to Flawless and Ivorian. Do you think in the summer it could be a battle between my club and United to get Mbappe, especially if you lot get Qatar, because Perez wants Mbappe? So for those that don't know, Dennis is a Real Madrid fan. So when he says battle for Mbappe, he's talking about United and Real Madrid. Ivorian, go to you first, Dennis.
I thought I was of the belief that Florentino Perez has, dashed the idea of signing Mbappe, because of course he's been approached. I think last season he said Mbappe who and all that kind of stuff. So it depends. Does the Qatari want, if they was to buy Manchester United, would they want to make that marquee signing to set the pace? and get someone like Mbappe because it just depends. I think Manchester United could battle them if they get the Qatari because I feel like they want Mbappe to be there. They can afford him and all that kind of stuff. It will be a battle, but again, when Manchester United go up against Real Madrid, we don't win. We don't win. If and Real Madrid's got money, we got money. What's the difference? It's the history, football heritage. Every player wakes up, if you're not English, apart from the ones that wake up here in England, yeah. Every player outside of England that's not English wakes up wanting to play for Real Madrid and Barcelona as the ultimate pinnacle team to define their career. So that will be hard. Manchester United can't compete against Real Madrid. We will always lose. So I don't think it'll be much of a battle if both team goes there. If one team goes, they got a better chance. Manchester United, they were the only team that wanted to go there and buy Mbappe, and his fee was astronomically high, whereas it will rule out Real Madrid, then we've got a good chance. But apart from that, I don't think Manchester United can battle Real Madrid for any player. Not at all. We lose all the time.
Yeah, I think if it was a straight shootout between us and Real Madrid for Mbappe, I agree with you. I think he goes there. And it's no surprise to hear Dennis is saying Spanish reports saying Perez wants Mbappe again. So when people are like, oh, he'll never go Real Madrid. When a player the caliber of Mbappe is about, you'll quickly forget. Like football it's not, like I think because the fans, I've said this before, take it like too personal and things of that nature. I understand this is a business. I understand that players ain't loyal, managers ain't loyal, coaches ain't loyal. Yes, you get the odd one, but I'm saying for the most part. So if we were to go head to head, he probably goes Real Madrid. However, I can see the Ronaldo situation happening. Obviously, Mbappe's older now, but I can see him coming to Old Trafford, being here for 3-4 years, then Real Madrid come and slap him up. I can legit see that happening. I can, because I don't know obviously Real Madrid's financial situation, so I can't really comment on that. But I don't see us getting Mbappe anyway. That's the dream signing for me. Like someone's like, oh, who's your fantasy dream signing? I was discussing this. Was it yesterday? No, I think it was Sunday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I was discussing this in depth. And someone asked me, and I'm like, do I think this happens? No, but he's the type of player who takes us over the top. Absolutely goddamn type of players to take us over the top. Again, you lot get us up to 30 likes for free shot. Let's bump up these likes, people. Let's bump up these likes. See what's going on. Big up to Eddie every single time. So shout out the realest cup winning duo on YouTube. Hit the like and subscribe if you're new. Big up to my guy, cup winning Eddie, who you will see here on Friday every single time. Let's see. Just trying to get through all your comments. Of course, if you super chat as well, I'll get straight to it as well. Ed says, definitely want the easiest draws possible. And if that's not the case, I need our rivals to get the toughest draws. Both. I agree with you here. And I'm on both.
Absolutely.
Bring us the most favorable and give them all the toughest. So let City play Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? And let Chelsea play Liverpool. That's what I want. Well, I can't even say Chelsea and Liverpool because one's 7th and one's 10th. But you understand my point. You know what I'm saying? Let Brighton play Fulham. Let Newcastle play Brentford. Right? That's what I'm saying. I don't care. Like I said, I've seen so many runs. So I've seen Manchester United go through the toughest runs. So whether that's FA Cup, whether that's Champions League. Like if you look at the 99 FA Cup run, we played all the top teams. We played Arsenal, we played Liverpool. I believe we beat Chelsea and then maybe someone else. That Champions League 99 run, we got drew in a group of deaf people. For those that don't know, because I know some people are old enough to own 99. I remember it. I'm saying vaguely because I was a kid. But we got drew with, the group was Barcelona, Bayern Munich, us, and Brøndby. So it was actually coined at the time, the group of death. You can Google this. We managed to get through that. Then in the quarterfinal, we drew R9 Brazilian Ronaldo's Inter Milan. That's who we drew. Team that was stacked. I think actually Diego Simeone might have been in that side, and he was a player as well. Then in the semi-final, everyone knows about Juventus with Zidane and Del Piero.
And remember Roy Keane being sent off, missing the game, and they said
all of that stuff. And then the final was obviously, again, stacked by a Munich side. That side was so stacked, they won it 2 years later. I'm saying they even won it the year after or the year after that. I know it was 2000 or 2001. That's how stacked that Bayern Munich side was. However, 08, where we had a more favorable run, obviously take out Barcelona, take out Chelsea. I'm talking Lyon's, I think it was Roma. That was a more favorable draw than the 199. Did I celebrate the 08 one any less? No. Are you crazy? We still remember the 08 one like we owe the 99. I just want to pick up the trophy and kiss it. Big up to my guy Marshall. Says big up Flawless. I'm out with Flaws. Go to the YouTube streets. Big up Marshall every single time. My guy. Wavy J says facts Flawless. We shameless. Only us left. Facts. It's just my opinion. I don't mean like I don't control the draw. I'm just giving my opinion. Like we could draw. The fact that we drew Barcelona, I was annoyed about at the time. The fact that we got Betis, I'm like, we could have got. I didn't want a team from the top 5 European leagues. You know what I'm saying, bring me Fenerbahce. You know what I'm saying, bring me that team from Hungary who I can't pronounce their name still now. You know what I'm saying, I was looking for Victoria P. You know what I'm saying, but here we are. Ed says, give me a Coventry versus United final any day. Facts. I'm with that. I'm with that.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on as well. Ed says, basically, Mbappe grew up idolizing Real CR7. It's definitely his dream to play there. Absolutely. 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 I can see him going there. That's why if they go in for him, I think they get him. Basically, Ten Hag said Martial is out. No surprise. He also said Fred Shaw had doubts. All the journalists were asking why Maguire isn't starting. Haha. I'd be interested.
Why do they do this? Why do they ask rhetorical questions like this? Why isn't Maguire playing? Bro, you know exactly why Maguire isn't playing. Maguire's been a problem. Even when he came on for the last 5 minutes, he was out position, he was stepping out of line, and etc. Like, come on, man. Why did the journalists like try to do these kind of things? Like, Maguire's a world-class player. Like, he's phenomenal. Like, they know that it's like they don't have TV and they've never seen him play for the last 2 seasons at Manchester United and look at the mistakes that he made, these errors that led to a lot of goals. It's like they never saw what happened in the first 2 games of the season against Brentford and Brighton, where he was horrible as well. But they tried to point out that Martinez was the horrible defender of the 2. Like, you just really want to ignore shit, you know? When your house is on fire, your neighbor's house is on fire, and your house is on fire, you're acting like your house is not on fire and everything's all right. You just sit in that kitchen, let it burn, and just ignore it. Like, no, that's what Maguire is, bro. He's that house that's been on fire, and it's been burning for time, and then people out here don't want to pull it out. Like, we're trying to pull it out as Manchester United fan, and Ten Hag did that. He extinguished that fire of Maguire. Maguire's horrible. They don't need to ask him why is he not playing. In fact, if managers were allowed to swear and speak their mind, I think they would have told that guy to leave the room. That journalist, I would have told him can you leave, please? Like, why would you ask me a question like that? To get me, put me in a situation where even my own player is going to hear it and he's going to get upset. Don't ask me questions like that, you know. There's no Maguire questions here, man. Maguire is just horrible. He's horrible, man. He shouldn't even be here. Like, let's be real. Like, he shouldn't be he's not a Manchester United player. No, he's not. He's not. Even he knows it. He was just happy to hold the cups and get to look at the pictures and see his armpits for the first time, bro. And I'm so happy that I got to see my players' armpits. I never knew what Bruno's armpits looked like. For 3 years. For 3 years. I didn't know if it was a hairy armpit. I didn't know if hair stick out the shirts and jerseys. Like, man, got to see some armpits. Like, that's why I'm so happy.
I hear exactly what you're saying, man. Ain't see the trophy, ain't see the players lift nothing. I was like, we haven't seen no. That's why I'm just so happy about the Carabao Cup, because it just puts to bed the whole Manchester United can't win anything. It gets the players even more on side if they weren't already with Ten Hag. It gets the fans even more. Like, this is something now worth believing in. Thomas Tuchel said it the best when he said, players, a long-term project is all well and good, but if you don't get short-term results, players won't trust it. And it's the same with fans as well. We all understand that Ten Hag is nowhere near where he wants to be. We all get that. I get it. Ivorian get it. The majority of you lot in the comment section get it. Other people are here talking about this understand that we aren't where we want to be. However, we can see that we're on the trajectory. The trajectory is on the upwards. We've seen that. And adding a trophy to that only aids that. You know what I'm saying? It only adds, it can only have a positive impact. Because now it's like, all right, Carabao Cup on. I've said it, we're on for a treble. I said before the Carabao Cup final, United will win 2 trophies this season. I said this. 2 trophies. And I can't believe I'm saying this, if we don't win 3, I will be disappointed. Not majorly because 2 is good, but I will be disappointed. Because when you look at the FA Cup, when you look at the Europa League, there's no one I look at and go, yeah, they're tough. Like, City, obviously, in the FA Cup's an obstacle, of course, because there's Manchester City. Even though they're not Manchester City of old, they're still a quality side with quality players and a quality manager. Let's not do that. Same with Arsenal in the Europa League. Yes, good side, good manager. How serious they'll take it outside of us, I am not sure, because they are running down the Premier League. But I'm not really trying to see Arsenal. Hopefully, plays a weekend side against Sporting and they go out. Do I expect him to do that? I think he'll rotate. That's what I say. I can see him definitely rotating. I'll tell about. Well, on for it. To me, treble. What are you saying about the FA Cup, Ivorian? How are you looking at it? Because obviously we got West
I'm looking
Ham.
at the FA Cup as a trophy that we should be going to win, just like the way I look at the Europa League as a trophy that we should be going to win. Because at the end of the day, these are the trophies that's more realistic and more achievable for Manchester United to get. Whereas the Premier League, you know, I still believe that Manchester United are not there yet when it comes to Premier League, especially for the fact that we need a striker to get us up there and go over the line, and we don't have that at the moment. You know, we need goals from Weghorst, not just only from Rashford, to challenge for the champions for the Premier League. And of course, again, in terms of squad depth, when I mean squad depth, I mean the quality squad depth. We don't have that yet until we get rid of certain men in our midfield, certain men are hardly playing, and etc. People like Phil Jones, and big up Phil Jones. I think he found a new career as well as a pundit now, because that's what he will be doing for the rest of his life, man. Big up to him, man. It's nice to see him as well on the pitch, you know, sharing his knowledge and etc. But yeah, man, I definitely think that it's just those two other trophies that Manchester United can go for. And again, the Premier League, I said before, I don't think we're title contenders. If anyone wants to ask us, don't throw me in that situation there so you can laugh at me at the end of the season. Man takes it one game at a time, take 3 points at a time, and then if, like I said before, Flows, if we get to May, Manchester United are 2 points behind, then that can be like, yeah, we're in a title race. But till now, when there's plenty of games to be played and plenty of points to be dropped, as well, games to be lost as well from all three teams that's competing in the Premier League, yeah, we'll see in it. But Manchester United, let's hope we can get the Europa League and get the FA Cup. Our manager will play his best team, as always, regardless of the opposition.
Big up to the sports capital as well, who says big up, lads. RJ says Europa and FA Cup. I legit think we're on for a treble. What would, if we were to win those three competitions, what would you rate the season out of 10?
Excellent season, bro. 10 out of 10 season. We all predicting a 6 out of 10 season where we finish probably in the top 4 or hopefully win the Europa League to get into the Champions League. And look at the situation we are in now. Like, for example, if you told me we're in Spice last year, as soon as we finished, was it 6th or 7th in the league? As soon as the season ended, next season you'll finish in the top 4 or compete by February or by February you'll be competing in the top 4. You will also win the trophy at halfway through the season in February and still be in the Europa League and still be in the FA Cup. Yeah, I would have slapped your mum because I wouldn't believe you, bro. I would have slapped your mum and said, "Nah, you're talking shit. You're trying to piss me off," because that shit is unbelievable. But look at us now. We're in contention to compete. Again, I always do this: compete in the Premier League. We'll compete in the Premier League. We just knocked out Barcelona, where we ourselves, when we drew Barcelona, was like, oh shit, here we go again. Barcelona. We might get knocked out. We've overcome, we've prevailed, and we've won the Carabao Cup. You know, the most. Thank God, man. God bless, man. That's what I can say. Life is amazing, by the way.
Yeah, 100%. Dennis says, question to Flawless and Ivorian. How many players do you want in the summer? Go to you first tonight, Ivorian.
Oh, to be fair, I like the squad that we have right now, but obviously a few changes need to be made because I feel like, of course, you've got Scott McTominay, who somehow I feel like every manager likes him, and he always has a place in the squad. You know, but why? I always feel like, go on.
He's just he's the typical. Sorry to interrupt you. He's just a typical academy player. You know what I'm saying? Gets his head down, works hard, great engine, cover every blade of grass. Any job you ask him to do, he's gonna do. Whether you tell him to play in a double pivot, single six, as a centre back, as a right back, you can throw him on and play him up front. Whether you play him 90 minutes or 5 minutes, he's never gonna complain. He's never gonna be a problem or a headache for the manager in terms of that. That's why. Well, yeah, go on. That's why managers like him. Go on.
Yeah, so if we can get rid of certain midfielders as well, like McTominay, I'm a bit 50-50 No, I think we should keep Fred. Fred's got a lot to offer, regardless of where people like him or not. The Van der Beek situation, I think his career at Manchester United is done now. Like,
Yeah.
it's been 3 seasons. We ain't seen nothing. You can say different managers X, Y, and Z, but it's the same situation as Martial. He's in that same boat where we haven't seen anything for so many years. You've had your opportunities. It's time to move on. This is not going to work. And if we can replace those two and bring in a new right back as well, whether Ten Hag wants to replace Aaron Bissaka or give him a chance. If he does, then get a new right back. And of course, replacing Phil Jones, replacing Eric Bailly, maybe one more centre back to come in as well, because I'm not in favour of Lindelof at all. I feel like his time as well it could be up at the end of the season. But again, I'd rather keep him and sell Maguire. Maguire needs to go at the end of the season. So we need to get that world class centre back as well to come and compete with Varane and Martinez. So that's already 3 players. And then of course, we've got a situation where we need a back. We've got a right winger problem again. Although we have Anthony,
don't forget Diallo. He'll be back.
Diallo's listen, like he's from the same country as me. You think I'll rave it up, but I'm not too sure about Diallo. We spent 40 million euros on him, and he's on loan. Like 40 million shouldn't be on loan like that. You know, a youngster that costs 40 million should be in your starting 11.
Mind though, who signed him? Let's take that.
Yeah, Wally. Yeah, what an idiot. Lastminute.com.
Nah,
but hopefully,
he was never gonna progress it. I personally glad he's out alone playing. He's
yeah. But go on, he's tearing it up in the championship, and I hope he continues to do it and develop. You know, I pray that he does. But definitely, we need two new strikers. 2 new strikers. That is a must. So literally, Manchester United need about 4 to 5 players, and get rid of 4 to 5 players as well, because we need 2 new strikers. That's the most important thing. A main striker that will score you 20 plus goals, and a backup striker that will score you between 10 to 20 goals as a backup. So Manchester United need about 4 or 5 players to actually compete next summer. But I can take 3 or 4, you know. It's a slow process at the end of the day, and we believe in our process. We trust in this process.
Yeah.
What about you?
Honey Curry is the one in the summer. In the ideal world, 2 centre backs. When I say 2 centre backs, that's back up to Martinez and Varane. 2 midfielders. So definitely one as a backup to Casemiro, either an improvement on Eriksen or backup to Casemiro. So that's 4. Number 10. I think we need a number 10. Definitely, because I believe Donny will leave. So a number 10, I'd throw in that mix. And
it's already 5.
Yeah, that's 5. And this is ideal world, 2 strikers. So that's 7.
Yep, 7.
Yeah, I'd say 2 strikers. Actually, forget that, because I'll say that's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to think. No, actually 3 strikers, because I throw Weghorst in there. Because I think Martial's done. So I think I would like Weghorst to stay. But that's that question. But I want 2 strikers in front of him. So it's numero uno striker, whether that's Osimhen, whether that's a Kane, a Tony, someone else. Somebody backing him up, and then backing up him is Weghorst. So yeah, that's 2, 4, 5. That's 8. Obviously, that's not going to happen. But to answer your question, then it's in the ideal world, I want 8. That would mean Lindelof, Maguire leaving. That would mean Scott McTominay leaving. So then that's why the backups come in. So I would sign Sabitzer and another one I'm happy with.
Yeah, Sabitzer, definitely. I will take him on.
Sabitzer, a 10. That wouldn't to replace Donny. And the 3 strikers, because we got no strikers. We don't have any strikers. And I would bring Diallo back into the fold, because I know he can play wide right. And he's the same profile as Anthony in terms of being a right winger who's left-footed. Because when Anthony doesn't play, we just lose our balance. Because there's no one else there there's no one out there that does what he does. Because we just don't have the play. Like when Bruno plays there is different. Alanga's not good enough. Sancho, when he plays out there, is different, even though I like to see Sancho more centralized. But I would like to see another number 10 options. Because that team's there banking. You got Wan-Bissaka and Delo, I'm cool with. If you want to go more defensive, you got Wan-Bissaka. If you want to go more offensive, you got Delo. Shaw Malacia, that's fine at left back. The 2 centre backs to back up the 2 that we have. Then the midfield will be Casemiro, Eriksen, Sabitzer, another midfielder, Fred. I like that as a 5. Right wing, you have Diallo and Diallo and Anthony to play out there. Obviously, Bruno can do a job out there. Sancho can do a job out there. Left-hand side, you've got Rashford who can play out there. You have Garnacho who can play out there. You also have Sancho again who can play out there. In the 10, You've got Bruno who can play there. You have Sancho who can play there. The number 10 who can play there. Weghorst can do a job there as well. And then you got the three strikers, Weghorst and the two. It's management thing easy, man. I'm telling you people.
Yeah, Ten Hag will
Really
tell
not
you it's
tough.
easy, bro.
It's
Some
really not
people
tough.
find it hard. Some
It's
people
really not
find it
tough.
hard though. You get
Yeah,
me?
for
Certain
real,
man
for
just
real.
find it hard.
Big up to myself for the super chat. He says, "What is the parade for the energy drink cup?" There's not
No
a parade.
problem, bro.
There'll be no parade happening. I don't think anyway. Just for the Carabao Cup. I believe if we win all three, there'll be a parade if we win 3 cups. But we'll see.
We should have a parade if we win all 3 cups. To be honest with you, because it's been
that's a 10
7
out of 10
years.
season. Yeah, forget the
7 years.
That's a 10 out of 10 season. If we win the 3 cup competitions, it's a 10 out of 10 season. Marcel, big up for the super chat.
Liverpool should know by Marcel. Liverpool should know by. Apparently, you won the treble, the Mickey Mouse treble or double. The Mickey Mouse double. You still had a parade.
The treble that we're going for, they did in 01. But yeah, Flawless, what do you think about Kudos at Manchester United? He's a name who consistently pops up. I've not watched him a lot. Jez talks highly of him, but I've not seen him a lot to be like that. I know he's Ghanaian. So yeah, Jez has an invested interest, but I've not seen enough. What are you saying about Kudos?
From what I've seen from the World Cup and from what Football Manager tells me, and from the clips that I've seen from Ajax, he's an interesting player with potential. He's huge potential, but I don't know where it can potentially go. He's got good feet on him as well, and he's a very good playmaker as well and plays that number 10 role just for Ajax. So again, I think they asked Ten Hag today, he thoughts on Mohamed Kudus. I don't know whether they're trying to link him to Manchester United, but any player that comes from Ajax, sometimes I'm a bit dubious on it because a lot of players that's come out of Ajax have struggled to make it outside of Ajax. You look at De Ligt, you look at Ziyech, you look at Van der Beek as well, who struggled. De Jong as well, at times at Barcelona, also struggled to play in his position. A lot of those players that played under Ten Hag that left and went elsewhere struggled. Even you look at Gravenberch, which I understand the midfield of Bayern Munich is hard to get into. And the left back is signed as well by me and Nuruz. I forgot his name. They signed another left back from Ajax as well.
The chat will let you know.
Chat will let me know.
Who's the fullback I've already talking about? Let's know.
Yeah, starts with an N or something like that. I think he's Moroccan or something like that. Or Tunisian, whatever. Yeah, he's not getting that much game. So I'm very skeptical on Ajax players when they leave and they come here, man. In Dutch players as well, in general, you look at Depay that when he had a fabulous season at PSV and struggled, where Gini Wijnaldum done well for Newcastle. Maybe he picked the right club. So yeah, man, I'm just a bit skeptical on whether Dizzy Des thinks that we should sign him. You know, he's a good player, good potential, wonder kid, something to work with and something to work on to nurture that talent. But I don't know if he'll be the right move for Manchester United, and especially the fact that it's only been a season that I've really heard about him. And you know me, you need to do it for more than 1 or 2 seasons, or you better be the real deal at a young age with so much maturity. And there's only a few players like that at a young age, like Musiala, that I know he's the real deal and will be great. So, I don't take 1 season wonders. Like you go on them Darwin Núñez guys, they're 1 season wonders, and then you realize they're actually shit.
We're gonna find out. Flawless, RJ says flawless. We're getting Qatar. I'm positive. Hope you're right, RJ. Like I said, I'm just waiting for that bid to be accepted and for them to take over. So I'm waiting. I hear Dortmund is going to offer a new contract to Jude. Is it true? Not sure. News to me. I've not been following. But if they do offer him a new contract, it's probably just to make sure they can get maximum fee for him when he is sold, because somebody will go in for a Bellingham. Who? I'm not sure, but someone will definitely will. Dominic says, with Ten Hag and ambitious Qatar owners, I wouldn't worry. United will get the right players to help us win more Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm excited going forward. And that's without ambitious owners. That's with them cretins up top, that are the Glazers. So imagine we actually have owners who want what's best for the football club and want to implement a structure and want Manchester United to have the best in class in all positions off the pitch and on the pitch. Look at what we're doing now. We here talking about a treble, and I expect next season, if we have a good summer, like if we have a summer like this summer, like we had last summer, I'm expecting a title charge, bare minimum. I'm expecting to go into the last stages of the Champions League. When I say last stages, I'm saying quarterfinals. That's what I'll be excited about, Champions League tie again. It's been years since I've looked at the Champions League and been like, yo, How we can be dark horses for this? So if we improve, I think at worst we're dark horses. At worst case scenario, we challenge for the Premier League. And then with the cup competitions, we're in all of them, and we can go again and try and win the Carabao Cup, try and win the FA Cup, try win the 2 domestic cups because we wouldn't be in the Europa League. What's your? I already touched on this, Francis. What's your view on Weghorst? Keep him or let him go? I'd keep Weghorst. I said this.
Yes. I like what I see from Weghorst because I see what people don't see. You get me? I'm sure, Flores, you're seeing what people don't see, the contributions he makes, the pressing he does for the team. And of course, the link-up play is actually good. Just that it gives you the Peter Crouch vibes when he's on the ball, trying to chase a ball or try to finish. He's just unlucky he's not finishing and getting his goal. But I'll still keep him as a third option striker, because we should thank him for what he's done. He came as a shortstop gap for Manchester United for the next 6 months. And he seems like someone, if he continues to do what he's doing, deserves an opportunity to be a real full-time Manchester United player with a full-time contract as a third option. And I think he'll be happy with that because he can do a job. He's a team player. And sometimes you need those false nines, like, Liverpool know it very well. Roberto Firmino, who was a false nine, scoring 7 goals a season and setting up everyone. They know exactly how crucial that was. They know exactly how crucial Firmino was when it came to the way they wanted to play and how they played and how they won those Champions League trophy, the Champions Trophy in the Premier League. He was exceptional and he was essential to them. Just that he never scored that much goals, but Liverpool players will tell you exactly the contributions, and Jurgen Klopp will tell you exactly how much Firmino contributed to that success that they had. The small success, not a lot, winning one trophy one season and the other trophy season, then you start falling off. Yeah.
Yeah, Francis, to answer your question, yes, I would definitely try and sign him because he'd be cheap as well. I'm saying be cheap. Should have scored against Newcastle, should have scored, but however,
it's so unlucky.
The pass into Rashford was a quality pass. The amount of times we see that get overhit. Big up to Yasin as well. So happy Tuesday, Flawless. Hope you're doing well. I'm blessed. Hope you're good too, Yasin. Hope you are good. Big up to Manj
I hope he's good,
says
bro.
the same thing. What's that? Sir Raphael. I hope I didn't butcher your name. Says looking for a Casemiro replacement is damn near impossible, but the best option I believe is someone young like Romeo Lavia. Yeah, I don't think I agree. I don't think you get a Casemiro replacement. You just get someone to back him up. You're not going to get someone the level of Casemiro. So it's all Lavia, yes, but I believe Manchester City have a buyback clause and he wants to play. I think that's why he left Manchester City. So I don't think he's going to come to Manchester United to sit on the bench. He's good enough to play Premier League football. He wants to play week in, week out. But if we were to sign him, great. But do I see that happening? Nah, I really don't. Barca's still struggling with their debt. Would you take Lewandowski as one of the strikers? I reckon he would go for relatively cheap. You know what? If he was cheap, why not? Well, it depends how cheap you're saying, Nick. I think he's like 35. If he's cheap,
for season or two?
Yeah, if he was cheap, but like near on a free. But when I say cheap, I'm talking 10 M's. I'm saying if cheap, I'm not saying 20, 30 M's. But if you could get him for 5 to 10 million, why would you turn down Lewandowski at that price? I wouldn't. Francis says, I think we should give Aaron Wan-Bissaka another season. I think he showed enough to justify being a Manchester United player. What are you saying?
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with Francis right there, because I always said, regardless of how bad Aaron Wan-Bissaka was with his first touches, his distribution and going forward, I've always believed, and I always said before, we brought in a manager that can improve in players individually and what they're not good at, improve their weaknesses and make them become a strength and make their strength even stronger. And with Ten Hag, you can see exactly what he's done with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is now looking unstoppable. Although sometimes the dribbling is funny, but at times he's passing and he's going plus players. And I remember watching, was it 2 weeks ago? His interplay with Jadon Sancho. Man was doing flick-ons and etc. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Even his ability to go past the Man City players. Remember the goal that I think against Man City, he twisted up a couple of mans, and that's when I started to genuinely believe, maybe he was a winger when he was younger. I can see it now a little bit. So yeah, I believe Aaron Wan-Bissaka deserves a chance next season because he's solid defensively, and with Ten Hag there, fine-tuning his way of going forward and on the ball, yeah, it will make him a fabulous player, man. I believe Aaron Pissakin could be one of the best right backs in the world. He needs to see help. He needs the right direction. And when you've had a manager like Wally, and he doesn't develop you, yeah, you're gonna fall off. You're gonna lose a lot because we stopped seeing what Aaron Wan-Bissaka was good at in his second season under Wally. Now we're starting to see, Danny Lyons, what's called Spider One. Those tackles are coming back now. What he's good at, we're starting to see, and then what he was not good at, we're seeing that he's improving. So on the Ten Hag, yes. On the Wally, no, sell him because he's not going to improve. But any manager that improves players individually and takes them to the side and say, "Let's work on your game," yes, he deserves to stay, man. Aaron Bissaka deserves another season, man.
I agree.
And one thing about I just want to say something, Flo. One thing about him, he never complained throughout the whole summer. He got told you can leave like 5 times. They even sent him an email to get letters like, "Yo, you can leave. Like you don't need to be here. You can leave." But he said, "No, I'm going to fight for my position." Whereas other players who thinks they deserve to start was moaning and complaining, and then they go and sing to the ops, sit on the table with them, chill with the ops, sing and spill all the beans. You get me? But I respect his professionalism. Aaron Bissaka, he never complained. He got his head down, even though he was injured as well, and just improved himself. Big up to him, and that takes character, man. That's the type of stuff that we want to see with our players: taking ownership, putting their head down, and get to hard work. Yeah, sorry, Flores.
That's cool, man. Now get it off your chest. It's all well and good. But yeah, justify him. Definitely give him another season. The improvement he's made is crazy. Yes, we all know about him defensively and in a one-on-one situation and him absolutely locking up St. Maximin. But on the ball, he's improved. And I think as the team gets better and he'll get more confident, he'll improve even further. So yeah, I'm all with Wan-Bissaka staying. And Emma says here, we kept thinking about Weghorst getting goals. We never took account of the assists he would get. I think he's got like 3 to 4 now, if not 5. It's a valid point, actually. This has crept under the radar. I know obviously he got assists in the final. He's probably got a couple other assists. I said this though. He's a very good foil for other players. I'm saying everything, the ball going up to him and sticking and him popping it off. That's great for all the other attackers. Him running the channels. You know what I'm saying? Him just he's just a nuisance. And that's what you want. What I'm saying, I say all the time, don't be easy to play against. When Lukaku was here, and I'm just taking it to him because he's been at Manchester United. I said it all the time, whether you're playing good or whether you're playing bad, don't be easy to play against. And that was always my biggest criticism of Lukaku. Defenders, centre-backs are coming off the pitch and the man are just calm, just chilled out. You know what I'm saying? Not looking short, ain't dirty, looking like they haven't been in the game. Whereas Weghorst, whether he's played well or whether he's played terrible, defenders know they're in a game. Constant on the move, constant dropping shots, spinning in behind, being a nuisance, being a threat, trying to score goals, create assists. And we're seeing that. Like even the goal that Rashford scored, he drops off deep, picks up the ball, drives with it a little bit, then plays a nice little pass into Rashford. Just stuff like that. Nuisance. Also good defensively as well from set pieces. Also that. He adds to that because our team ain't the tallest. There's really not. Hey, you lot continue to bump up the likes. We're at 36. Let's get up to 40 likes. Hit the like button. Subscribe as well. We're only looking for 2 new subscribers, people. I know there's over 30 of you lot locked in. There's at least 2 of you lot who haven't hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you check out Ivorian's channel as well. The link's in the title. The link is in the title. So you can click the link or open up a new tab and then you can go subscribe to Ivorian's channel, Red United TV. And then also you can find all his socials via that as well. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if I missed any. Did I miss any decent questions? Let me see. Oh, yeah, Emma said this. Going back to this, Sunderland manager was raving about Diallo the other day, and he was a bit critical of him in the beginning. It's good that he's playing. I really want to see him come back. But I know he can play wide right. I know he's capable of playing in the 10. And even when he played, and left. And even when he played, when he was here, even though it was only a small sample size and it was only a few games, I liked what I seen. And he's young, so he's going to get better. So, yeah, man, you're good to get him back into the fold. Absolutely. Let's see what's going on. But, yeah, FA Cup, actually. We'll go there, Ivorian. FA Cup.
Yes.
What lineup do you want to see? I'm saying, give us your lineup for that FA Cup tie tomorrow.
Oh, considering that we've just won the Europa League and had a tough game against Barcelona, it was expected that some changes would be made. And so be prepared to see Maguire back in there. Lindelof in centre back to rest Varane and Martinez for the Liverpool game. And right back, I expect maybe Dalot to be playing again, get his chance because I think he's gonna rest and Wan-Bissaka for the Liverpool game because I feel like he's needed more against Liverpool. Malacia playing left back as well. He might stick with De Gea in goal, just to continue that momentum there. In midfield, we'll definitely will be seeing Casemiro because I believe Casemiro should be playing every game, regardless, man. Because he's always fit. And plus he's missed 3 games, so he's got the energy for this. And then in midfield, of course, I want to see Casemiro and Sabitzer play for the first time. It's funny how we all thought he would be playing him against Barcelona. He said no. Oh, maybe he'll play him against Newcastle. Let's see the pairing. But no, Ten Hag has his way. He slowly introduces that partnership to us. He doesn't just give it to us just like that, and it goes all tits up. In midfield, as I said, Sabitzer, Casemiro. It will be Sancho playing Bruno Fernandes, and maybe Garnacho will play, and up front, Weghorst again. And hopefully, there's some players that's returning back from injuries that can get back into the squad. Someone in the group chat said, someone in the comments said that Martial's out for the rest of the season. That's not confirmed, is he? No, I think someone said, or was it that you that said it at the start of the show?
No, I didn't say about Martial being out for the season, no.
Mm-hmm. No. Well, I hope not because I want to see him back in the squad because Ten Hag was it not last week he said that they're not available, but it looks like he's coming back slowly.
Yeah. So you lot continue to get your questions in. Just keep it Manchester United related, please. Nick says, what are the current players' contract status? The outgoings are going to be necessary in bringing in decent squad players. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think anyone's contract is running out this year. There may be a couple next year, but I'm not sure about that.
No. Phil Jones' contract's expiring this season. Let's get that out of the way. That needs to go, bro. He needs to be gone. His contract's expiring at the end of the season, and it won't be up for negotiations. He needs to go. There is no this is a family club. We want to look after our people. No, bro. This is a competitive club where you have to compete for your places, and you're at the top echelon. If you're not at the top level of echelons, get the fuck out of here, bro. We're gonna sell you. That's what we need to get back into. The ruthless aggression that Manchester United used to have when they knew that you was coming towards your end, and you'll be telling you, "Oh, boss, man, but I really love it here, man. I really settled here, man. My wife loves it here. I don't want to leave. You get me?" And then you're telling man, you need to go like the way Manchester United done Paul Ince. That's the ruthlessness that we need to be doing again. There's no Mr. Nice Guy like Wally who offers someone a contract that's been injured for 4 years, saying that it's a family club and want him to feel happy and etc. All this being nice. No, we want ruthlessness. So my man needs to cut. And of course, I think we're going to see Eric Bailly being sold.
Well, yes,
and I believe Maguire will be sold.
I forgot about
Bailly's on loan, yeah.
I forgot about Eric Bailly. The crazy part is, has he been playing out there? Does anyone know in the chat? Let me know.
I heard he done a mad tackle on someone's samurai kick, someone's chest, and got banned for 3 games. But he has been playing for Marseille, but he's recently been banned for one mad tackle, bro.
Let me have a look. I'm having a look now. Let me see.
Mm-hmm. I think man fly kicked someone.
Nah, I know he fly kicked
in the chest.
How many games has he played for them? Shit, he's only played 9 matches. Jesus.
Are you kidding me?
He's only played 9 league matches. Yeah, and 5 in Europe.
And that's it.
5 in Europe.
14 games.
Oh, Jesus.
Despite having the World Cup in the middle, 14 games.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, them ones. You know what it looks like to me, Flores. I don't think they're gonna buy him permanently. He might be coming back to get sold.
Yeah, either sold or load him out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he banned for like 10 games because of the karate kick. All right, fair. Go on, fam. Carry on.
That's peak, man. That's peak, man. No, that was it. And then I think the only 2 players that contracts really expiring next summer, not this summer, next summer, is Rashford and David De Gea, isn't it? From what I understand. But apart from that, it's definitely Phil Jones' contract's up for, and it won't be renewed. No one else, Nick. No one else.
All right, first. Let's see what everyone's saying it. Let me get to this. Big up, Raja. I see you. I'm blessed. Hope you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Francis says, I want Sabitzer to stay. He'd help to provide depth to the squad so that the drop off when subs are made wouldn't be as big. Yeah, I'm with that. I said that earlier. Sabitzer definitely. And I heard rumor was 20 M's. How true that is, I don't know. But if he's 20 million, that's a steal. Big up, Flawless. Do you think Ten Hag goes for the Europa League or FA Cup? Both. I think he targets both. I think we've seen already in terms of the strong teams he's played in the Carabao Cup, the strong teams he's played in the FA Cup so far, strong teams he's played in the Europa League. Bear in mind, he rested Varane before both legs against Barcelona. He rested him. The game against Leeds, he rested him, and the game against Leicester, he rested him. So that lets me know Ten Hag's, I forget the league, focusing more, not forget the league, but his focus is more the Europa League. But this way, if Manchester United win a genuine title race, he's not resting Varane. He's not. So I think he's just seeing where we're at. Oh, is Axel out of contract in the summer as well? All right, that's fair.
Oh yeah, him as well. But I already forgot about him. He's not even in our dressing room, bro. His stuff got packed up and moved to the. Yeah, he's with Phil Jones. We don't think about these guys no more, bro. They're not really part of the squad anymore.
Yeah, facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. So that's how I look at it. And in regards to the title, I've said this before. I'll say this. I said it yesterday. I continue to say it. I think if we win our next 6 games, which would take us to 30 games played, if we win at all 6, I think we can genuinely win the league title. But I don't think we win all 6. I know it's Liverpool away. I think it's Liverpool away, Southampton at home, Brighton away, Newcastle away, Brentford at home, and then somebody else at home. Can't remember. I'm going to actually literally pull it up. I know that's 5 and 6. What are you saying? Where do you stand on the whole Manchester United in a title race?
I said it before. We're not in a title race, man. Just stop putting us in a situation where you can stop clipping things and then try to embarrass us when it comes to May. Like Manchester United are just doing what they need to do, which is just take it one game at a time, 3 points at a time. You know, play each game at a time and try and see what they can do. You know, we're already happy enough that we're already in the top 4, and it looks like we might be cementing the position in the top 4 by being third or gunning for second place. I believe Manchester United are in a place for a top 2 race. Yeah, because we got that opportunity. We're not far behind from Manchester City. But for a title race, no. Even Ten Hag tells you that you're right, bro. We're not in a title race. That's for next season. So that's why I sit with this title race situation. Just allow me, bro. Let me enjoy what's going on right now. You know, title race. I'm thinking about that next season. But we have met some Manchester United fans that actually genuinely believe that we're in the title, because mathematically it's possible. But looking at things, I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm looking here, yeah, because you got, like I said, Liverpool away, which I mentioned, home to Southampton, away to Brighton, away to Newcastle, home to Brentford, home to Everton. I don't think we win all 6. They're tough games, especially the 3 away games. Away at Brighton, away at Newcastle, away at Liverpool, which won't be easy. That's how I'm looking at it. But if we manage somehow to pick up all 6 and by the 8th of April, we beat Everton, then I'll be like, all right, title's on. Because we'll either be this close to the top of the league or even closer, which I think will genuinely probably be even closer than, I think it's 5 points, 6 points, however much it is. Let me check now. I know Arsenal have a game in hand on us. Yeah, because it's currently 6 points. Oh, no, they don't have a game in hand on us. I stand corrected. It's 8 points. Yeah, 8 points.
They played all their games.
It's 8 points clear, because now the reason why I got confused, because City have played a game more than both of us. They played 25, whereas we're at 24. Games played each. But yeah, if we do win our next 6, I expect us to be closer. I expect us to be at least 6 points, because I don't think Arsenal win all their games in this period either. I actually check Arsenal's fixtures. Let me have a look at this, because that's April 8th. So they obviously play tomorrow against Everton, home to Bournemouth, away at Fulham, home to Palace, home to Leeds, at home to Leeds. And then by that point, they play the day after we play Everton at home, they play Liverpool away. So no, I wouldn't expect them to win all those games, even though it's favorable. Everton at home, you would expect them to win. Bournemouth at home, you would expect them to win. Fulham away will be tough. Palace at home, Leeds at home, you would expect them to win their home games. If they don't, that's on them. And Liverpool, as bad as they've been, going away to Anfield won't be easy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one.
It won't be easy for them. Absolutely not. And yeah, Nick, you're here. A title race would require perfect form for Manchester United and both Arsenal and City to lose absolute form. That's why I said win 6, which is very tough.
You're pronouncing it wrong. It's Asna.
I said Asta. Better joke things. And yeah, Francis Martial, it's so frustrating. He's class but can't stay fit. Yeah, same conversation about him all the time. Same conversation. Get your final few questions in before me and Ivorian close out, people. Ivorian, anything else you want to add that we may not spoken about?
Yeah. We haven't spoken on the fact that I don't know if you've spoken about it in the past, the last few shows, but of course, as you're reading it today, with regarding the sales of Manchester United, you
talk about it, man.
see again the Glazers as well. Apparently, they're split in decision. Malcolm and I'm not saying Malcolm. He went a long time ago. Avram and Joel are so keen on being here, whereas the rest of the Glazers, they want to sell up. And look at Manchester United's price shares in the New York Stock Exchange. At one point, it went up, and now because we're hearing that they might want to stay, just because we won the League Cup. It's just funny how we saw Avram, in Wembley. We're not gonna be fooled by it at the end of the day. Like we don't like you, bro. We was even telling you we wanted you out while you was there in your face, and that alone should be telling you man to go, bro. There is no way you can think that Manchester United just because we won the league and you feel like, oh, we've got Ten Hag, yeah, maybe we can milk it a bit more. You've milked a lot from us. You've milked us to the fact that the cow is empty, bro. There's no milk in those bosoms of the cow, bro. It's done. It's done out here, bro. Like we're in a situation where you man's milked us so badly that we can't even fix our own infrastructure. We need to get in a loan or an investment, hedge fund, someone to come in to finance the whole situation. So that just tells me you man should just leave. Listen to your brothers and cousins that also have shares in that company, and just cash out. Because I don't know if they want to stay and they decide to stay, I can see Manchester United shares drop down, and they won't get the true valuation of Manchester United when they want to sell. The Glazers need to sell to the right people, and don't give me this Sir Jimmy Ratcliffe, because he's also a bozo too. He's a scum as well. Yeah, don't give me this nonsense about the Qataris, human rights and etc. and blah blah blah. When you got my men polluting the air, violating our human rights in the air, and of course crossing people behind the back. Do you know how many people went through redundancy at Ineos, lost their jobs and etc. Yeah, but you're out here shedding negative light on Qatar, like human rights and etc. That you can't give me this human rights shit, Flawless, because our human rights as a black man, as an Asian man, have been violated till this day, you know. But you want to talk to me about human rights in this country? Our human rights get violated all the time. We can't even walk down the street in a black tracksuit without being stopped. And then you see a Matthew walk past you with a machete, and he says hello to the officer, and the officer will be like, "Oh, you're right, Charlie. Yeah, I see you with the machete. Where you going to fox hunting today? Yeah, you make sure you stay safe." While I'm being questioned, and I'm a taxpayer, and I've done nothing wrong. Whereas Matthew has 30 convictions, and he's been let in and out of prison, or in and out. The police have, been killing people for fun. Racial attacks and etc. You get me? So, like I said before, they can't give to me nothing about human rights, because from when you're taking man out of his own country and take him to another land and give him a new name and whip him and sell him and abuse him, you can't tell me nothing about human rights, bro. Right? Because a lot of people, rich people especially, they violate human rights. So again, the way they were trying to push for us to say that all the fans are split on the Qataris, they really favor Radcliffe. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. The guy wants to take a loan at the end of the day, be backed by whoever, JP Morgan, and buy Manchester United, and then who's going to pay that loan back? What, is it going to be him, or is it going to be Manchester United, or somehow we're going to be debt free? Yeah, man. I just don't feel that, man. But I'm more in favor for the Qataris, bro. If their human rights money, I understand that, like it's not right and etc. Yeah, but Ineos done the same thing. Like they rich people and billionaires do the same thing. Don't just think that he's an angel. He ain't no angel. Like even the deal doesn't make sense. Whereas with the Qatari man, wants to clear debts, wants to invest into the infrastructure, wants to invest into the women's team, invest in the youth academy, invest in the first team. Even if you've got a babies team, you probably invest into that, and create jobs, improve the area of Old Trafford, everything in total. So he's willing to invest and keep the club debt free and not ask for anything back, And that's what you prefer, an owner like that. But I'm very sure you're probably going to do the what's that test that they do? The owner test fit and proper person test on him, but not do it on Jimmy Ratcliffe because he's British. Yeah, because he's what you guys want. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just not in
Are you
favor
right?
for this, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
and
tell.
I'm not.
I hear that.
Mm-hmm. I'm
I
more in
fully hear
favor of
that.
the Qatari man.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we
Mm-hmm.
get the Qataris. You know what I'm saying, I'm hoping it's the Qatari ownership because they're talking about clearing the debt, whereas Jim Radcliffe talking about no more debt. You know what I'm saying, which means we're gonna keep the
Mm-hmm.
existing debt. If you ain't got deep pockets to get rid of the debt and buy the football
Mm-hmm.
club up front, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not really trying to. I'm not really trying to see you own the football club. I'm not with it. And to
Mm-hmm.
answer your question, RJ, yes, Bristol City versus Manchester City. That watch along will be going down on the Twitch, people. FA Cup watch along on the Twitch. Let me know, actually, those are in the UK. Is that on the BBC? Is it on BBC One? I'm guessing it is. But
I
please let me know.
think it's. Let me just go on my TV,
Yeah,
guys,
I'm
while we're
guessing it's
live, bro.
BBC
You
One.
continue talking, bro.
Yeah. But so yeah, I will be. Again, you make sure you head over to the Twitch because that's where you get FA Cup watch-alongs, other Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League watch-alongs, fan calling shows, plus more. So make sure you head over to the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. Don't forget as well, link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well. Many great perks, including how to get on the channel, on the YouTube, the Twitch, how your comments and questions to take priority, like super chats, fan calling shows, plus more. There's 3 different levels when it comes to the membership. You got Sarcasm Citizen, Sarcasm City Soldier, Sarcasm City General. So make sure you check it out. But you can support for absolutely free. Hit that like button, man. We're gone over 41 likes. Let's get us up to 45 likes, 4 more likes, and
Yeah, let's do
subscribe.
that, man.
We're still 2 subscribers short, people. Still 2 subscribers short of that subscriber mark. So get us up to 4,000. What is it? 4,000. I'm just refreshing it right now. I'll let you know. Forgot the number off the top of my head. Yeah, 5,435. 2 more subs. Where is it on BBC?
It's not on BBC, so it might be on ITV.
It might be an ITV
I think so.
thing. Yeah. I'm gonna check.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna Google it right now. Acting. But yeah, Ivorian. Anything else you want to add as well in regards to the final that we haven't spoken about? Ten Hag. I'm saying the game against.
We have spoken about the final. Yeah.
And
And the
talk
game.
about some more. You know what I'm saying? But go on.
No. I'm like I said before. I'm extremely happy, man, for us to win that trophy because it's been a long time coming. And Manchester United fans, we deserve some kind of happiness, because we've been through it, man. We've been starving for 7 years, and people can keep on complaining about, it's only the Carabao Cup, bruv. But when you've been starving for that for so many years, you haven't eaten for 7 years, you'll damn right punch anyone's grandma in the face to get that food, bruv. You get me? When you're starving like that. So we'll take anything that can come towards us, man. Even when we won, in fact, Ten Hag, this is his second trophy, Flawless. You still remember the first game against Liverpool? People want to forget about that. This is his second trophy. He's already done it for Manchester United. The first game, he won a trophy against our ops, Liverpool. Whether it was a friendly thing, I don't care, bro. I'm a competitive like Casemiro. I take every trophy as it comes, bro. Or every trophy is important. But yeah, man, big up, man. And then in Liverpool this weekend.
Yeah, talk about
it. Big game, man, against
Absolutely.
Liverpool. Because of course Liverpool have been in dire form, and again, it's that North England rivalry, Northwest derby, as they call it, again against Liverpool, where we're at Anfield. Yeah. And Anfield at times, is memorable, man. And I hope Manchester United can go there in this kind of mood and bring the game to Liverpool, just like they've been bringing the game to other teams, For the first time, we can go into this game against Liverpool and not be too worried, because Manchester United can do well. They can do well in the big games, They don't get lost in the process or get lost in the sauce and just get muddled up. They don't at all. They stay alive in these games all the way to the end, even if they lose it last minute. So I'm more confident that Manchester United can go to Anfield and get some kind of result, whether it's a point or 3 points. I just don't see us losing. But at the same time, I can see Liverpool really up for it because why? They've been shit. They need to prove to their fans that, and Jurgen Klopp needs to prove to the fans that he still got it, man. Because I'm genuinely believe, Flawless, that this is make or break for Jurgen Klopp, and this is a season there where he might leave. He might leave this at the end of the season.
Oh, you think he might leave?
I think that's so. I already told you. I already told you that I don't rate Harry Potter, bro. And he'll get sacked. And look at the current situation that's going on down there. Yeah, I say from day one I was like, nah.
You did say
that. Don't get gassed with this.
I called him Harry Potter.
Yeah, man's ran out of spells, bro.
Harry Potter actually got some wins in that. You know what I'm saying? He won it. I think if Harry Potter was managing, I think if I was managing, I'd get more than 2 wins in 16.
Yeah,
I'm saying?
definitely, bro.
I think I get more than. I think I at least get 5. You know what I'm saying? I think I get at
You got
least
like
5.
50 players to pick from, bro. You definitely can get at least a couple of wins there, bro. The amount of options you got, bro.
This guy a joke, man. You facts, spin.
But yeah, I hope we get those points against Liverpool, man, and so I can rub it into a lot of man's face, man. I haven't seen James smiling at all, and it's worrying,
Shout out my guy James Redmond, man, every
bro.
single time.
It's
Shout out
worrying, man.
James.
Man's
I know
out
he's
here
stressed.
putting up mental health posts and all that kind of stuff.
I know he's stressed. Liverpool fans, and long may it continue. I said for them, their reign is done. I told Hassam on Battle of the North yesterday. Jurgen Klopp is now Arsene Wenger out of his prime. He's spicy Arsene Wenger. Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, I will say this now, 28th of February, 1700 hours. Well, it's 1756 right now, to be precise. Here on the ManDem United podcast with my Don Ivorian on the Sarcasm CTV YouTube. Under Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool will not win another Champions League or Premier League. They're good enough to go and pick up, and they spend enough to go pick up an FA Cup and League Cup. This is now their Arsenal form. You know, like Arsenal had their successful period under Arsene Wenger, where they won their 3 Premier Leagues, won their doubles, went invincible and all that. That's now where Liverpool have had that period. You know what I'm saying? Like Dap said, they won one of they're the buffet team, one of everything. You know what I'm saying? They won one FA Cup, one Carabao Cup, one Premier League, one Champions League. That's now done in terms of them winning major trophies. And when I say major trophies, let me be precise. Champions League and Premier League, Liverpool will not win another one of those competitions under Jurgen Klopp. FA Cups and League Cups, yes, they'll compete and he can probably nick a couple of them. But he's Arsene Wenger now. Like I said before, spicy Arsene Wenger. That's what he is. He's a spicy Arsene Wenger, innit? That's what I say. He's a socially acceptable Arsene Wenger. That's what he is. Socially acceptable Arsene. That's what he is. Facts. Remember I said this, people. Because you know what it's like? You know what I'm saying? They just conceded 5 at home to a European giant. Where have we seen that before? People, cast your minds back. Bear in mind what I just said there for those watching and those watching back. We just seen them concede 5 goals at home in a Champions League tie. Where have we seen that before?
That hurts, bro.
Cast your mind back. Arsenal, Bayern Munich, conceding 5 goals at home. I'm telling you,
Arsene Wenger.
What team? Liverpool's whole thing now is, can we finish in the top 4? Under Arsene Wenger, what was always the conversation and the goal?
Can we finish in the top 4?
I'm telling you.
And Wenger out.
Socially acceptable Arsene Wenger. Klopp in, Klopp out is going to get there eventually. He just got more credit in the bank because it's so soon after. Like after Arsene Wenger, like people didn't want to accept that Arsene Wenger had fell off. People don't want to accept, Liverpool fans in particular, that Jurgen Klopp has fallen off. It's over. You don't go from a quad to competing for top 4. It's February and their season's over. Done.
First, let me tell you that Wenger out protest was went so deep into the world. Like, can you imagine? No, I thought you know I watch wrestling, innit? I was watching WWE Raw. I see a man having a Wenger out poster in WWE Raw, bro. This is wrestling, and men's out here holding the sign of Wenger out, bro. That's how deep and far this Wenger out protest went. You know. We're watching wrestling. This is wrestling, mate. This ain't soccer. This ain't soccer. What's Wenger out doing in here? Long may it continue, man. Let Liverpool drown because we've had our time. Liverpool have had their time for 30 years of drowning, and then they had a little 5 years of what good times, you know, a couple of trophies there and there, and now they're going back to route 1, back to what you used to be.
Facts, yeah, man. Back to what they used to be. So you know what, Liverpool hold that. I'm saying a long may it continue for the next not 30 years, 60. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Let's double it with your 1 league title in 33 years. Like that said, man, you ran at the buffet, guys. You know what I'm saying?
One of each.
One of everything. 1 Champions League, 1 Premier League.
And you know that ones. And it's only 1 plate, bruv. It's only 1 plate they can do, bruv.
Show's over. Show is over. But yeah, bump up the likes, hit the subscribe button. Ivorian's channel is in the title. Hey, big up to I'm saying, hey, you tried to get me again. Don't even try it. I'm not saying that out loud. Man tried to get me again. That's funny though. But big up to TS. I'm gonna call you. He says big up from India. Come on, you gooners. And with the first part, large up to you watching from India. Love that.
Why do people pull up these names
Because he tried to get
just
me.
to
He
get.
tried it last time. I don't think he tried to get me, but he's trying to get people by comment. Because I almost said it.
Mhm.
I always
Mhm.
read things before I say it out loud. When I seen it, I was like, man, used to that home. But yeah, big up to you. Big up everyone watching, man. Worldwide. Sarcasm City TV really is worldwide. What have we got coming up? We just mentioned Liverpool there. Manchester United, Liverpool show. Myself and Saint. That'll be tonight on the YouTube, 11:30 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel, ManDem
Oh,
United Podcast.
Saints alive.
Your podcast. Yeah, Saint's been here. Yeah.
What happened to these Liverpool fans have all disappeared, bro, on YouTube, bro? Saints alive.
In
Saint
Saint's defense,
LFC is alive.
Yeah. In Saint's defense, he's been here. It's like 6 weeks now we've been doing the show. So Saint's been around. He's here.
Well, he's not on YouTube. It's the one on Twitch, isn't it?
No, it's on YouTube.
Okay, because I thought you'd be hiding, bro.
No. It's the crossover show. So it's the United Liverpool, ManDem United meets the analysis at Anfield. So it's like, I think we're like 6 weeks in now. So to any Liverpool fans watching, obviously that's the show for you. Obviously United fans get over there as well, and fans of other clubs. So yeah, 11:30 p.m. But before that, like I said, 8 p.m. Well, it's 8 p.m. kickoff. It is on ITV actually. Bristol City versus Manchester City FA Cup 5th round. That watch along will be going down on the Twitch. So if you come to the YouTube, it will not be here. Over on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. Download the app for free. Sign up for free. Same way you watch and comment on YouTube, it's the exact same on the Twitch. And if you have Amazon Prime as well, use that to subscribe to the Twitch for free. And then that way you do not get adverts. Because Twitch runs adverts. I don't run it. The Twitch is running the adverts. But yeah, Ivorian, anything else we've missed? Might be saying else.
Yeah, we've covered everything, you know.
Yeah, man, love that.
Everything.
Love that. Is anyone actually live to redirect to? Let me see if there's anyone to raid. If not, I'll just send you lot to the ManDem United analysis at Anfield show, the United Liverpool show, and just go hit the like button on there. Let me see who's live. Let me see. Anyone live to raid? Nah, there isn't anyone live to raid, to be honest. So you know what? We'll just send you lot to the Liverpool United show. We'll just do that. Fardeen says Twitch pays you to watch. No, Twitch. What do you mean Twitch pays me to watch? What are you talking about, Fardeen? Hey, big up to Jez as well. I'm lost at that. Like Twitch, what's it called? Like I said, Amazon Prime. So for those that haven't seen Twitch, when the watch alongs is running or any live streams running, Twitch will just run adverts. I'm saying outside of my control, Twitch will run adverts. So if you don't want to see the adverts, you just subscribe with Amazon Prime if you have it the same email. Big up to Jez every single time. Right, they found Tony guilty. What's the charge? This is actually Manchester United related. What's the charge? Big up, Jez. What did they say? Let me see. Let me Google this.
What? Ivan Tony.
Yeah, Ivan Tony.
Oh, for the gambling. Wow.
Yeah, the betting situation. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's crazy, you know.
Let me check. Let me see. Let's go.
Let me see what's trending.
Yeah. Let's see, people. Hey, this is just live. This is Sarcasm City TV in a nutshell. Let me check the group chat actually, like just so. Let me check. Hold up. Let me check. Hold up.
I can't see any news on that at the moment.
No. He's pleaded, so it says pleaded guilty to many charges. All right, let me see.
Jeez.
Let me see this.
I don't think we can get someone like that, you know, in our team, you know, if he's always involved in problems like that. You know, we try to run away from them kind of situations or borders getting us.
Right, so yeah, it says Ivan Toney's pleaded guilty to many of the 262 charges against him in FA of the betting rules. That's all it said. He's pleaded guilty. So is there any punishment? Let me see what's going on.
What is it like? Think about it. What is it like? Did he bet on his own team to lose?
I think he win,
or was he betting in general, like the way anyone bets?
I think he was just betting. Yeah, I think he was just
gambling. You see what I'm saying? Like when my man was going to casinos and snorting up Charlie's, and you got my man just placing a normal bet, like he's not even placing a bet on his team, because that's dodgy. You see what I'm saying?
He said a lengthy ban. All right, let's see.
That's not fair. Do you know what? Yeah, that is not fair. That is not fair. It doesn't make no sense. Yeah, you're a footballer and you can't make extra money by going to the betting shop and betting on other teams to win or lose or etc. Not even your own team. That's dodgy. You're not betting yourself to score an own goal. Was Ivan Toney going up into the betting shop saying, "I'm going to put 5 racks on me to score an own goal"? He didn't do that. So there shouldn't be no case. But I know what it is, man. We all know what it is, man. You know,
Yeah, I'm just
certain
saying,
men represent something that just makes these men just,
Mhm.
let's charge him just because he's that type of guy. Let's just charge him because he's so and so. Let's make an example because he's so and so. If Harry
Yeah.
Maguire does it, it's fine.
So so they found him guilty. Well, he's pleaded guilty, but there's been no talks of like how long. It just says lengthy ban, so we don't know
Well,
how
all
long
I've
it's
got to
gonna be.
say is that if he ain't betting on his own self scoring own goals, then he doesn't need to be suspended or banned or be punished. If he's betting on someone like
That's against the
Brighton to
rules, though, innit?
lose or Huddersfield to win, and he's putting up what's it called, accumulated bets on
No,
everything
because
but his own team and himself.
that's when that gets sticky. You know why? Because he'll know players. He could know players on them teams. I'll be like, oh, just do that. That's why he
Bruh,
don't do it. You can't do it, fam. It's against the rules. Just don't bet. You
is
just
it is
don't
it
do it.
really against the rules?
It's against the rules, fam. All right, think about it, fam. You play for Brentford.
Mm-hmm.
I play for Nottingham Forest.
Mm-hmm.
You put a bet on Nottingham Forest you put a bet on the game I'm involved in I don't know, I'm playing right back. The right back to get booked. You know me. I get booked. That's corruption. It's not your team, but that's corruption. Of course it is. You know what I'm saying? You said, all right, the right back flawed, but the right back's gonna count. He's gonna
If they
get
want
booked.
to, if they want to talk about that, start looking at the government because they do the same damn
Yeah.
dodgy shit.
Again, I'm not disputing that, but we're talking specifically about this Ivan
Yeah,
Tony
football.
situation.
Yeah, I
He
haven't
knows,
talked.
he
Yeah.
knows the role. He knows it, and that's where it comes into it because all these players all know each other. It's not like he just talks to Brentford players. He's been at multiple clubs. He knows more. All these men are dons and Brent. We've seen it with I didn't even know they was cool when Sancho posted up the picture with Rashford with the Carabao Cup,
Mm-hmm.
and Mbappe
Mm-hmm.
commented under it and was like, "It's glad to see you smile." That means
Oh
you
shit,
might,
he wants to join us.
yeah. This guy. That
He's
means
got.
there.
He likes it. What's he watch? What's he watching
No,
for?
that means
Mbappe?
there.
I
If
mean,
it's for him to say that,
mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
means he knows what's
Yeah.
going on. That's
Yeah.
like you,
Yeah.
God forbid, going through something, and then I see a picture of you
Mm-hmm.
posting smiling. I'm like, yo, Ivorian, good to see you smile because I know what's going on, like in your
Mm-hmm.
private life. So for him to say that is glad to see you smile. That's more than football. So my point is, say it's Mbappe betting on Manchester United. All right, left winger to get booked. Yeah, Sancho get booked. I'm gonna put $1 million on it. The odds is whatever it is, 2-1, and we just gonna split the winnings. And then it becomes a whole domino effect. So I'm with you. We know the government's corrupt or not disputing.
Let man
I'm
live,
saying
man. Let
don't
man
bet
live,
like he
man.
knows. But they're saying it's going to be a long ban. But if that means it's a year ban, all right, let him take his year ban and then get him after.
That's a long time,
You know
bro.
what
I
I
hope
mean?
it's a
Let me just
couple of
check.
match bans. You know what it is? I hope it's just a couple of
less.
match bans and a fine, bro. Because
I
I
think-
don't think he should be having a year ban for this, man. It's just not fair, man. It's
think
not
it'll be
fair. If I was Ivan Tony, I'll tell him that most of my winnings went to Ukraine. You get out of the situation, bro.
This guy is a joke,
Get
bro.
me? No. There's nothing funny about that. You need to find ways to get yourself out of the situation because these men will do it. You know, these Philip and Gary's will get away with it, bro.
What I will say is, I think it'll be a year. So I
hope not.
think he'll be back. I think it'll be a year, which
I don't want to see.
Considering it's 262 charges, even though they haven't said, because I've not read in depth, when they say 262, I think he's done accumulators, and they've had each bet as like one. Because accumulator, like everyone's gambled before, so like if you do accumulator of 10 matches, that's one bet. But I think they've called that 10 matches. I think so. I think they've gone there with 10 bets.
No, that's just unfair, man. That's unfair, man.
Like, but that's me guessing. I don't know because I've not read it like that. So I've not read the report. But yeah, he's been doing it from 2017. It says he can't say. Yeah, so it's a lot of charges. It does suck.
2017.
However,
why didn't you just use your family relative, bro, to go make place with bets on their names, bro?
I think if he got a year, what's it called in it? I think that he got a year. If he gets a year, I think he'll take that.
Yeah, but you're right. If you say that's part of the rules and the footballers know, then Ivan Tony's a dumbass, bro. Because you could just literally just ask your brother, yo, brother, I'm gonna give you 10 racks, man. Go and put some bets for me, bro, and then give me my winnings in some secret. Give it to me back in crypto or something like that, or bitcoins. Do you get me? Like, no one can question that. That is stupid, man. If you knew the rules, like, I'm sorry for what I said earlier on, but if you knew the rules and you knew that you're not allowed to bet, and you bet it under your own name thinking that it's okay, then you've asked yourself to get into trouble, man. And especially if you're a player that plays in the Premier League, it's gonna come to light, and it did.
Yeah, he knows the rules. All the players know the rules. They'll be in the contract. They'll be in a contract. They'll be in any professional contract that you can't gamble. So
You
that's
could have
just
given the money.
unfortunate with Ivan Toney. So that's one target out the window. That was my preferred first choice target. I would still go and get him after this. I would
have liked Ivan Toney, to come to Manchester United even ahead of Harry Kane, bro. I would have wanted him if it was to be an English player. I feel like he deserves an opportunity because we've seen him do it at Brentford. We see the talent he has there, and we know he's way better. He's above Brentford. When you see that player, you just see this guy can do way better, than Brentford. But it's just a shame, man. It's a shame. Anyway, it is what it is, man. Hopefully, it's not a year ban. Hopefully, it's a fine and a couple of match bans, because to see him go out for a whole year after what we've just seen 2 seasons of Ivan Toney and thinking that he can go places and get into the England squad and do things, it'll just be hard for him, man. And he's worked his way up, and that was going to be a setback. He's worked his way up. This is about a player that's come from who left Newcastle when he was there in the Premier League, and then he went to play for Championship clubs, League One clubs, went up the pyramids and got to the Premier League and established himself as a Premier League striker that can get more than 10 goals a season. So that's a lot of hard work was put towards that. So him as well, he should look at himself and say, you know what, I effed up. I effed up, man. I should have never done that.
Yeah, because like Emma said, he knows it's illegal, 100%. All players do, and he's been doing it for that long. So hopefully it's not. Hopefully it gets sorted. Hopefully he gets help if that's what he needs, and hopefully the ban, I'm talking from a football fan perspective, ain't 2-3 years, but I think it'll probably be. This is just me guessing, probably a year. So there'll be more developments about that. I'm sure we'll discuss it probably tonight on the United Liverpool show and on the Q&A tomorrow as well. By Ivorian, blessed for jumping on. Let them know where they can find you on that good stuff as well.
Of course, guys. You know what? You can find me on Red United TV YouTube channel, YouTube, Twitch,
links
Instagram as well. I run _Spice person. If you want to follow me personally on Instagram, Red United TV 1 on IG. You get me. I'm back tomorrow. Hopefully, it depends on how I feel when I finish work. If I can do that watch along, because winning and doing 3 matches a week is tiring, man. And I know how these players are feeling, bro. Doing 3 streams a week and a watch along, it gets you, man. I might end up losing my voice, bro.
Facts.
Get me? The amount of excitement that we go through. But definitely the Liverpool game, watch along for that. That's for sure. And of course, if you want to watch anything that I've done, go on Instagram and watch the Catch Up podcast and enjoy that, man. And of course, follow me on Twitch, man. I'm trying to get 50 followers, man.
Yo, get over to Twitch, man. What I'm saying.
Yeah, trying to get 50 followers.
Get over to Ivorian's Twitch. Like I said, link is in the title for his YouTube channel. So if you click the link there, go and subscribe. It will open up a new tab, Red United TV, and you can find all his socials, his Twitch, Instagram, everything else like that. So make sure you fully support. Love to everyone that's locked in. Like I said, we're back. We'll be back 7:50 p.m. on the Twitch. We'll start 10 minutes before kickoff for the Bristol City, Manchester City FA Cup watch along. And then 11:30 p.m. we're back here on the YouTube for the Manchester United Liverpool show, myself and Saint. But this has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.
United.